As you're ready, come to a comfortable seated position, palms on your knees or in your lap. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a long breath out through the nose as well. Again. And as you're ready, make your way back into child's pose, sending hips back towards your heels. Armpits will lower in the direction of the floor. Draw your lower abdomen in and up, as that will facilitate the sit bones moving back towards the heels. Make your way into a tabletop balance. Draw your shoulders down your back. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Tops of the feet firmly planted in the mat. Inhale, gaze forward, heart forward. Exhale, send your spine high. Actively draw your navel back towards your spine. Visual is a Halloween cat. Inhale, gaze forward, heart forward. Allow the saddle of your back to drop. Exhale, send your spine high. And a couple more times on your own, linking breath with movement. Tuck all 10 toes under, press into the balls of your feet, and send your hips back into downward facing dog. Begin to walk your dog out, right side, left side. Make any movement your body suggests. Remember, this is your practice. About the only rules I have for practice are never overstretch. And 2, this is just yoga, asana, or posture practice. We're here to have fun. Bring some emphasis to the base of your hands. Hands pressing down and forward, feet down and back. There's a feeling tone as if you're figuratively stretching the mat apart. Now walk your feet in the direction of your hands. Inhale, halfway up, spine lengthens, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Now, heel toe your feet to either side of the mat. If you like, you can bring your elbows above your knees on your thighs and drop your sit bones. Spine is lengthening, gaze is up. And if you'd like a little bit more, elbows inside the knees. Knees are pressing the elbows in, elbows pressing the knees out. And slowly rise. Come to the top of your mat. Feet together. You may find the big toes touching. Arms by your side. Samastitihi. And we'll begin with sun salutation A. Inhale. Arms will sweep up. Ride the exhalation into your forward fold. Inhale to a long spine that is halfway up. Plant your hands firmly. Step your feet back. Heels are pressing back. Chin is extending forward. Lower is one unit. And either up dog or cobra. Find the arch in your lower back. Exhale, roll over your toes. Press your hips back into downward facing dog. And full deep breaths. Breath is yoga. Come high on your toes, bend in the knees, gaze forward, step one foot, followed by the other. long spine, gaze is up, exhale, fold. Inhale, arms will sweep up and mindfully down by your side. Ordinarily, we would do 2 or 3 sun salutation A's, but in the interest of time, we'll just do 1, okay? And sun salutation B. Bend your knees, drop your hips, arms are high. Ride the exhalation into your forward fold. Inhale to a long spine, that is halfway up. You can step or either jump back. If you're jumping back, transfer weight into the toes to chaturanga, and either up dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over your toes, hips back into downward facing dog. Spin the left foot to about 45 degrees. Big step forward with the right foot. Deep bend in the right knee, and arms will sweep up for warrior 1. Ride the exhalation into chaturanga. Elbows wrap in by your side, heels pressing back, sternum's moving forward. You're lowering as 1 unit, and either up dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over your toes, hips back, into downward facing dog. This time, spin the right foot to about 45 degrees. Big step forward with the left foot. Keep the sit bones low, and arms will sweep up to warrior 1. Exhale, palms to the mat. Keep your hips elevated. Again, you're lowering as 1 unit. And if this is too much, just lower to your knees, okay? And either up dog or cobra. Draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, roll over your toes, hips back, into downward facing dog. Get long through your side body. Inside of the elbows are rotating towards the front of the space. Come high on your toes. You can either step. There is a light jump, okay? Gaze forward. Inhale to long spine. Gaze is up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Drop your hips. Arms are high. And returning to Samasthiti. Arms by your side. Hands to hips. Feet hold shoulder width apart. As you're able, grab your big toes with your peace fingers. If that's not available, just palms to shins. Inhale, open up, spine lengthens. Either stay here, or second phase, you would bring your chest towards your thighs. Remember to tuck your chin. The neck is part of the spine. The purpose of the posture is to lengthen the spinal axis. Inhale, gaze up, spine lengthens. If you had your big toes that time, this time, slide the right palm under the right foot, palm facing up, maybe toes about middle of the palm. Same thing with the left hand. And we tend to be back on our heels, so transfer weight into the ball area of the feet. Gaze up, spine lengthens. Either stay here or bring your chest towards your thighs. Any discomfort in the lower back, you'll find a bend in the knees. Inhale, gaze up, spine lengthens. Exhale here, and on your next in-breath, simply rise to stand. Step your right foot long ways on the mat, about 1 leg length, arms parallel to the floor. Left foot will turn in slightly. Right foot turns out in the direction of your right hand. Gaze at your right big toe. And think of reaching right hand to the far wall, so you're lengthening over the right leg, right palm, fingertips forward and down. Left shoulder is stacking over the right. It's not important how far down the right hand goes. The idea is to let the chest roll open towards the ceiling. Always move to the phase of the posture that's appropriate for your body. On your next inhalation, rise through the left arm. Right foot will turn in, left foot will turn out. And think of the windmill. Left palm, fingertips forward and down. Right shoulder is stacking over the left. And chest may roll open towards the ceiling. Use the inhalation to rise. Left foot will turn in, right foot will turn out. In the revolve postures, we'll square hip pointers to face, in this case, the back wall. Lower down the midline, and you'll bring your left palm forward, down, and across. Maybe right palm is high. And if this is not accessible, the modification might be to bring the left hand to the thigh, but you can think of the right hip drawing back and down, left hip forward. Do not torque your lower back. Gaze down, rise through center, and use these as opportunities to create breadth across your chest. Right foot will turn in about 5 degrees, left foot will turn out. Square hips to face the front of the space. We're moving into the revolve triangle. Lower down the midline as you bring your right palm, fingertips forward, down and across, and left palm might be high. Gaze down, rise through center, and right foot will step up to meet the left. And side angle, this time we'll take a bigger step out with the right foot. So, 4.5 feet. Left foot will turn in slightly, right foot turns out. Now, place a deep bend in the right knee. You can think of the right knee as stacking over the toes, right forearm to the top of the right thigh, left arm will extend overhead in side angle. There's an expression that the posture never ends. The full expression of side angle, I don't necessarily move here, but the right palm would be on the floor outside the right foot. On your next inhalation, straighten right knee, rise through the left arm. Right foot will turn in, left foot will turn out. Deep bend in the left knee, either left forearm to the top of the left thigh or left palm to the outside of the left foot as the right arm extends overhead. You're creating one line of energy from the outside blade of the right foot pressing down and back, and that line of energy runs through the right hip, shoulder, and fingertips. On your next inhalation, straighten left knee, rise through the right arm. Left foot will turn in, right foot will turn out. We're moving into the revolve posture, so square your hips to face the back wall. Couple options here. One would be, we call it a prayer twist, bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands pressing together in prayer at heart center, right shoulder stacking over the left. And if this doesn't work so well for you, a modification would be to lower to the left knee. So the spine is not only lengthening, but it's spiraling open. Gaze down, rise through center. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Again, we'll square hip pointers. And two options, again, one would be prayer twist. The further option, I don't necessarily move here, would be the full expression of the side angle. The right palm, fingertips, would be on the floor outside the right hip as the left arm extends overhead and side angle. Or not. Not is always an option. Gaze down. Rise through center. And right foot steps up to meet the left. Hands to hips. And just as big of a step out with the right foot as before. This time, outside blades of the feet are parallel. You can turn the big toes in slightly if you like. Full inhalation, spine is lengthening. Now, hinge from the hip joint, bringing fingertips in the direction of the floor. Inhale, open up, spine lengthens. Either stay here or bring the top of your head in the direction of the floor. Again, any discomfort in the lower back, find the bend in the knees. Inhale, gaze up, spine lengthens. Exhale here, hands to hips, and rise with the flat back. Arms parallel to the floor. This time, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your hands, drawing the base of the hands together. Shoulders down your back, drawing the lower abdomen in and up, and on your exhalation, hinging from the hip joint, top of the head, in the direction of the floor, as hands will move over in the direction of your head. Use a full inhalation to rise, and right foot will step up to meet the left, arms by your side. And a balance pose, this one being big toe balance. The key in balance poses, move slowly and try easy. Weight will transition into the left leg. First option would be to raise the right leg. Hold the knee, and if you slip out, no worries, just step back in. Second option, left hand to the left hip, grab the right big toe. Next option would be to extend the right leg. And whether you have the knee or the leg, let the hip begin to revolve open. Right leg to the right, back through center, hands to hips. Keep the right leg elevated, point your toes, and notice what has happened to the quality of your deep inhalation, deep exhalation. That is the practice. And release. Other side, weight will transition into the right leg. First option would be to raise the left knee. Alternatively, right hand to the right hip, grab the left big toe, or extend. Whether you have the knee or leg, knee or leg swings to the left. Back through center, hands to hips, keeping the left leg elevated, and release. Come to standing, bend your knees, drop your hips, arms are high for Utkatasana. Keep the bend in the knees as you lower palms to the floor. Big step back with the left foot. Deep bend in the right knee. Arms will sweep up for Warrior One. Keep the gaze on the hands as you straighten the right knee. Right foot will turn in. Left foot will turn out. Deep bend in the left knee. Gaze is up beyond your thumbs. And on your exhalation, transition to Warrior Two. You'll align your arms over your legs. Straighten the left knee. Left foot will turn in. Right foot will turn out. Deep bend in the right knee. Windmill your palms down to frame the right foot. Right foot can step back to meet the left as you lower through Chaturanga and either up dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over your toes, step your back into downward facing dog, and full deep breaths. We're coming down to the mat now, okay, seated. There's several options. You can walk, jump, crawl, or float. I'm beginning to work on a little jump action, so bend in the knees, gaze forward. And again, it makes no difference how you transition, okay? Just get to the front of the mat. Arms by your side, shoulders down the back. Activate your feet. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers, or alternatively, palms to your shins. And as you float forward with a flat back. Gaze up and release. Now, lie down on your back. Raise your right leg and interlace your fingers behind the right leg. On your exhalation, gently begin drawing your right leg towards your chest. Shoulders relax. Face is soft. Breath is full and deep. Place a bend in the right knee, insole of the right foot just above the left knee on the thigh. Right arm in a T. Left palm helps the right knee float to the left. Gaze to the right. And right knee floats up to center. Extend the right leg long. Draw your left knee in. Give it a gentle squeeze. Left leg extends towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers behind the left leg. Drawing left leg towards your chest. Bend in the left knee. Insole of the left foot just above the right knee on the thigh. Left arm in a T. Right palm helps the left knee float to the right. And gaze to the left. And release. Walk your heels back towards your sit bones about hip width apart. Arms long, palms down. And on your next in-breath, press into all corners of your feet as you lift your hips towards the ceiling. You'll feel weight transition towards your shoulders. And release. Extend both legs long. Take an easy forward fold. Gaze up and return to a comfortable seated position. That can be a simple seat, half lotus, full lotus. Arms straight. Bring your wrist to your knees. Index finger, thumb connect. Sternum lifts towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin slightly. And your most full, deep breaths of our entire practice. release. Lie down on your back, arms overhead, as much distance between your fingertips and toes as possible. Now let your knees and feet roll out, arms by your side, palms up for the shoulders to release. Let go of any control of your breath and take final rest. Return to a seated position, maybe palms together in prayer at heart center if you like. And bowing namaste to yourself and to your neighbor.